A world where ambition knows no bounds, where betrayal lurks in every shadow, and where crowns are won and lost in the blink of an eye. While Game of Thrones brought us a fictionalized tale of political intrigue and bloodshed, history is filled with real-life stories just as gripping, brutal, and shocking. Welcome to Record Rift, where today, we uncover the true historical sagas that rival even the most dramatic moments of Westeros. England's War of the Roses, 1455 to 1487, was a brutal struggle for the throne between the houses of Lancaster and York, two rival branches of the same royal family. The conflict saw betrayal, backstabbing, and a game of power where kings were crowned and then swiftly dethroned. Sound familiar? This war inspired much of George R.R. Martin's Game of Thrones, particularly the infamous conflict between the Starks and the Lannisters. If you thought Cersei Lannister was ruthless, wait until you hear about the Byzantine rulers. The Byzantine Empire was infamous for its deadly court politics, where emperors were regularly poisoned, blinded, or overthrown by their own family members. Emperor Basil II took vengeance to the next level by blinding 15,000 enemy soldiers, leaving only one man in every 100 with a single eye to lead the rest home. A brutal lesson in power. Genghis Khan's rise to power was nothing short of legendary. From being exiled as a child to uniting the Mongol tribes and forging the largest contiguous empire in history, his story is one of sheer dominance. His descendants carried on his legacy, waging wars across Asia and Europe. Like the Targaryens of Game of Thrones, the Mongols relied on ruthless strategy, overwhelming force, and a sense of divine destiny to carve their names into history. The French Wars of Religion, 1562 to 1598, were a deadly series of conflicts between Catholics and Protestants, tearing the kingdom apart in a battle of faith, power, and survival. Catherine de' Medici, much like Olenna Tyrell, played a dangerous game of manipulation, orchestrating the infamous St. Bartholomew's Day massacre, where thousands of Protestants were slaughtered overnight. Russia's history is filled with rulers who wielded absolute power with an iron fist. Ivan the Terrible, the first Tsar, lived up to his name by executing his own son in a fit of rage. Centuries later, the Romanovs faced a brutal end in 1918, when the entire family, including the young princesses, were executed during the Russian Revolution. Power was a dangerous burden in Russia, just like in the Seven Kingdoms. History is a game of power, and the throne is never secure for long. Whether it's the Wars of the Roses, the Byzantine backstabbings, or the Mongol conquests, the real world has always been filled with larger-than-life struggles that put even Game of Thrones to shame. If you enjoyed this journey through history's bloodiest dynasties, be sure to like, subscribe, and join us next time on Record Rift for more stories from the past that continue to shape our world today.